Hello viewers, welcome to yet another episode of Cricville presents Cricket Controversies. Today we have with us international critics Nani and Bosskey. Thanks a lot guys for being with us.
Hi.
Talking about cricketing controversies, I think IPL is never, bereft of any controversies, especially with characters like Munaf Patel, Saurav Ganguly, Rahul Dravid, many other people.
All Indians.
All Indian. I wouldn't say that. But talking first about Saurav Ganguly's that exhilarated, that the first ball wicket that he took, and he ran about 500 meters like Usain Bolt here and there with his hair running here and there. So your thoughts on that particular controversy?
Probably he was surprised with himself because he didn't expect to take a wicket even in those 4 overs. So he was very much excited, and Ganguly I think is acting superbly, really. After a 2-year layoff, he has come back and then he wants to impress his owners, Subrata Roy and the Pune crowd. He wants to prove that he is better than everybody and he is trying to do his best, but he is like in a racing event, you will see all the cars racing initially, and then only the best cars will run and the other cars will be in the back. So those are the cars, Dravid and Ganguly. They are the cars which will be at the back at the end of the tournament.
Yes, something similar to a millionaire seeing a rupee note. So you need, because every millionaire is so used to currency. Only an upstart, when he suddenly sees currency, he'll scream, go to the sky and come back. Because something new for Ganguly performing, suddenly he was shocked that he was performing, that he was taking wickets and he was scoring runs. So that you could easily see that he was so overexcited.
True. Moving away from Ganguly, I think Rahul Dravid is yet another player, who's performed brilliantly over the last
Yes, the
few
only
games.
player who can play for a draw even in a 2020. Even in his name he's got Dravid.
That was the impression he was giving when he was playing for India. That you should note, Mr. Bosskey.
That's right.
Because that was the impression he was giving. But now suddenly, how come he is playing so well in T20? Only Dravid will be able to explain. Because probably I think it has no accountability. When he was playing for India, suppose if he fails going for the shots, he will be dropped. So he was slightly selfish when he was playing for India. Generally, the players from Bombay will be selfish.
But don't you think he was better playing? He's better playing for Rajasthan Royals than for RCB.
Definitely in RCB, if you fail, you will be dropped. But in Rajasthan, there are no players. There are only 15 players, and Modi, if he is there, then it will be 16. But he is in UK. Okay. So definitely, since he is not going to be dropped, he is playing all the shots in the book. The fear of dismissal is not there. That's the only thing I can reason out.
True. Moving away from veterans like Dravid and Ganguly, we have another character, Munaf Patel, who's always
Incidentally,
bubbly.
they are supposed to be uncles. In our TV show, that's what he terms them. He says there are 2 uncles playing in IPL today. One is Dravid and the other is Ganguly, and their fans are getting agitated.
Okay, you can say Munaf Patel is a cousin of them, probably not too, amply equipped with the English that he speaks.
Please don't compare Munaf with these legends. Definitely, these two have proved in their playing days at least they have scored 10,000 runs or 8,000 runs.
One thing that really shocks me is Munaf Patel screaming at others for not fielding well. It's something like my shouting at somebody for hairstyle. This guy keeps screaming at every player who comes his way, and he thinks he's the best fielder. This is the only guy who has to be given a wake-up call when he's on his run-up. Somebody has to call him and say, it's a match and you're bowling now. And this guy sleeps in the run-up.
And Munaf Patel, definitely, he is actually, it is generally when players lose their cricketing talent, they start talking. That's what Munaf is doing, because all the players have started hitting him for 41 runs in his 4 overs, and so he is making his mouth do the talking, not the ball.
Yes, that's right, because a bowler like Richard Hadley or Kapil Dev, I've never seen these guys reaching to the sky, clearing the roof and all that. But these people, suddenly they see wickets in their name, they don't know how to react. That's why something is new to them.
And also one funny point is these BCCI or whoever is managing the IPL, they are very soft on teams like Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings and RCBs, whereas they are very harsh on teams like Pune, Rajasthan, because the moment Samuels is chucking, they are saying that he is chucking, but in Mumbai you see Harbhajan chucking and then Malinga is bowling from here.
Yes,
No, but let's understand they are coming within the 15 degrees purview of the ICC regulations,
15 degrees, sir, they have finished BCom, so totally 16 degrees. Everybody is chucking, and I'll tell you something, there's some special treatment towards Sachin Tendulkar. If you notice, there is an LBW claim against Sachin Tendulkar. It is never replayed, there is no technical replay at all, because they want to hush up the whole thing. If some other player repeatedly, they'll show from all angles, aerial view, bird's eye view, every view they'll show.
But that is just utter coincidence, don't you think so? Sachin
Yeah.
has
Even
done
if
so many
Sachin
things.
even if he picks up a catch from the ground, they won't show it again.
No, but I think you guys are being totally unfair on the seniors. Rahul Dravid, 45 runs of 20 balls. He's a kind of person who does the other way.
But
20
Anirudh,
runs
where
of 45
was his
balls.
batting all these days? He said he cannot play 20 for T20 for India. He quit T20. That's why Dhoni became the captain, because he said I am not fit for that. Even in the 50-over format, I have never seen, as Bosskey rightly said, he is the only player who just made draw possible in 50 overs cricket.
Yeah, that's what players like Callis and Dravid, no, they always say they scored 80, 90, but at the end of the day, at the end of the 20th over, they'll get out. But these people, the opponents have a big technique, they don't try to get these people out at all. They're very happy as long as they keep tapping singles till the end.
No, don't you think so? It's because Rahul Dravid has retired, there's a lot of weight off his mind, so he plays much freely. Why don't you get credit to that?
Yeah, exactly. That's what is happening. But this, you should have done it for India. No, India would have benefited. No, but now Sachin is having the excuse that he is saying that I am at the peak of my game. Suppose if I retire, then I am doing India a great disservice. So Dravid, let him come back and play these innings for India.
But when Dravid is playing his first and the last ODI T20 game of the first game was his farewell game, if you can say. That's being really unfair. How can you say? It's like saying welcome and bye at the same moment.
Vijay Mallya, he emptied so many beer bottles only because of Dravid and gave up his airlines also.
But it is Dravid's mistake. No, sir, Chika didn't ask Dravid to retire. It was his own decision that he said that this is the first and last match for himself. And then probably this is where the club scores over the country. Everybody wants to play for the club, earn lots, and not for the country. That's slowly. We saw Simons retiring, and then we saw Malinga, and then we saw Sean Tate, and lot of players, Flintoff.
We have another massive example of the West Indian. Half of the West Indian cricket team is playing over here while they are suffering against Australia.
Exactly. Sunil Narayanan, the Australians were not able to play Sunil Narayanan at all in the one days. And had he played, definitely for the first time, I think in the last 10 years, West Indies might have won a series. But now Sunil Narayan is bowling for Calcutta. And Gale is playing for RCB, Bravo, Pollard. The whole West Indian team is here.
In fact, it's a better idea. We can fix up on India West Indies series right away. Next month we can finish off one series. The entire West Indies team is here.
Okay, another instance we had, one of very top-notch people talk about Indian pitches, the conditions, about how Chennai should be suitable for only spinners and not a green top or probably some top at least, because a few weeks earlier, we didn't have a ball rolling in that particular wicket. So your thoughts on that way of home advantage?
Exactly, it's absolutely right. We should have the home advantage. Definitely, we should prepare pitches which aid spin bowling, because we are strong only in the department. We are playing 4 spinners, Jadeja and then Raina, Jakati and the other off-spinner Ashwin. So naturally we should play to our strength. But even for the test matches, we are talking about sporting pitches, which should not be done, because the beauty of test cricket is in India it is going to spin, in Australia it's going to seam, and in England it's going to swing. So why change it?
He's right, because if Kapil Dev had been selfish, he could have asked for grassy wickets and crossed 2,000 wickets. He never did that. In his captaincy, he said, I need only balled wickets, because that's the only type of wicket which will suit our batsmen.
Probably Gavaskar would have ended with 2,000 runs.
2,000 runs, and Saurav Ganguly will be 24 runs, he'll be jumping, he'll be up the sky.
Okay, let's get to Mumbai. That's been one of the best teams on paper, and let's not forget it's been one of the most controversial teams with Sachin in and out, Harbhajan Singh being given the captaincy, and the other day you could see his captaincy. It didn't even look like he was doing the captaincy. First of all, he doesn't even wear a cap to be called a captain, and second of all, he played with 3 foreigners on that particular game.
Exactly, I pity Harbhajan Singh, because he is only captain. You said Mumbai is a strong team on paper. Harbhajan is a captain on paper, because you saw only Sachin Tendulkar setting the fields, and when Harbhajan was setting the field on the offside, he was setting the field on the leg side. And it went to a great extent where they forgot, because last year in the Champions League, they were the ones who fought for 5 foreigners in the team. But now, having 10 foreigners inside, they picked 3 foreigners. Probably, I think...
Sachin has changed his skin texture and hairstyle so that he looks like a foreigner. He wants to be called a foreigner. Probably their argument is that for fielding and bowling and batting, you have different coaches. Why not have different captains? One setting the offside, one setting the leg side, one for batting sixers, one for playing defense. So that's the variety.
And there is a talk in... we should have 3 captains for 3 formats. Probably Bombay is adopting a new style, having a power play captain in
every 6.5 hours they are changing one captain for 20 overs.
Talking about 20 overs and hairstyles, IPL has been a major platform for giving a fashion statement. Virat Kohli is there, people get tattoos, especially, you know, Ravindra Jadeja has a CSK hairstyle,
Right.
Zahir Khan has a Devanan hairstyle. So your thoughts on that? You know, I wouldn't be talking about
Nani,
hairstyles
no,
to you.
you have to talk about me because this is the best hairstyle one can ever exercise in a T20 format because it looks like a pitch. So what more do you want?
It's a Mumbai pitch.
You can in fact write all the 9 teams on my head.
You know why I said Mumbai pitch? It's the soil is clay.
It will suit me the best. You can call me a Mumbaiite. Anyway.
So, but can I say, is this a particular hairstyle for the new IPL that you're planning to, you know,
No,
is there any other hairstyle?
Hairless style, boss. Imagine me coming to bowl with a new ball. You'll be facing 2 shines, one from my head and one from the ball. So what more advantage do you need? So that's the best thing. Imagine all the 11 being tonsured. It will be great, and that's going to happen.
This is not the end of all the controversies that we had. We still have a massive tournament, a very long tournament ahead. Many more controversies are going to crop up. We still have 1 more month. With these guys cropping up a lot more controversies, hope to catch you soon on another episode of Cricket Controversies on Cricville.com.